Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
What up, y'all? This is Malcolm here for NEHip-Hop.com. I'm here with the lovely Chanel West Coast.
What up?
What's good? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So this is the first stop on a Punch Drunk Love Tour, right?
Yo.
How was the energy tonight?
It was amazing. Honestly, like, tonight was the perfect place to set off the tour. Like, Boston was so live. Like, I love Boston. I want to start off my tours here all the time now.
So you have the project now, out, right? You've had that out for about 6 months now. For people who haven't heard it yet, or why should they listen and what should they expect from it?
Well, I really feel like not enough people have listened to it yet. I think that's because I come from being on like reality TV shows, and like people are like, oh, she's a reality TV star. They don't understand that I've been doing music my whole life. This is what I do. But what you can expect from it is just probably to be surprised, I guess, because a lot of people don't expect me to like come off rapping the way I do and singing the way I do, and people don't expect a reality star to have talent. And if I was on the outside and it was somebody else, I would probably think the same. I'd be like, oh, that's just some other reality. If it was fucking Kim Kardashian trying to put out a rap album, I'd be like, hold up, no, bitch, stick to being a reality star.
You wouldn't listen to it if she put one out?
I mean, I might listen, but
if Kim put out a rap album and Kanye did all the beats, you wouldn't listen to that?
If Kanye did all the beats, I would definitely listen, because Kanye kills it on the beats. We already all know that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like, once you hear my mixtape, you can definitely expect to like be a little bit surprised and definitely hear some good music. So
you got to work with Snoop and Robin Thicke on this project. Robin Thicke had like one of the biggest records of the year, arguably, and Snoop's a legend. Like, what was it like recording with these dudes? Just learning from them.
Well, it's crazy because like originally when I first met Snoop, like we had actually like a little somewhat of an argument. It's crazy, but like I don't like to get into full detail about it. But cool. After that, I was kind of sad because I'm like, dang, I just got in an argument with Snoop. But you know what? Like Snoop respected me because within that I had spoke my mind and he kind of was like, damn, like this little white girl right here is crazy. He was like, she speaks her mind, like I fuck with her. Yeah. And then our homie who hooked us up originally, told Snoop, he was like, yo, y'all gotta get together. Chanel West Coast, you Snoop, like she can't be Chanel West Coast without doing a song with you. Word. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, I can't be Chanel West Coast without a song with Snoop. Like he's like the fucking OG legend on the West Coast, and like everybody loves him. Like anything he touches on the West Coast, people are like, oh, I love it. So working with him, it was crazy. Like it was crazy. I couldn't even believe it. Once I had a song with him, I was like, this isn't real. And then my song with Robin. Actually, Robin's a good friend of my producer, Rich Skills. Rich Skills produced my whole mixtape.
Yep, I saw.
And Rich and Robin are actually like best friends. So Rich hooked me up working with Robin, and I'm cool friends with Robin now too. And Robin, like, he is like the dopest. Like, he's the dopest white boy. Like, we all say that. Like, Robin is like, he's so funny. He's so cool and such good vibes. So like making music with him is just so positive, and like it's really dope.
That's ill. So, you have your project out. What are some of your favorite projects, not from you, that came out this year?
Definitely Drake's album.
Yep.
I think that Drake is just like, he's killing it. He always just like steps his game up even more each time. And I think that his album, honestly, like murked a lot of people. Obviously, I love Jay-Z's album. That's my shit. I mean, I love Jay-Z. Even though I'm West Coast, my dad's from New York. My dad's from Brooklyn. Okay. So I got like a little bit of East Coast in me. You know what I mean? So I grew up bi-coastal. I would go to New York every summer, winter to visit my dad. So like I'm like kind of half East Coast.
So you're not fully West Coast. You kind of West Coast.
My dad like one time he was like, I can't believe that you put West Coast in your name. He was like, you're alienating your East Coast family and your East Coast fans. And like 2 seconds later, some dude walks by and he was like, what up, West Coast? And we were in New York, and I was like, see, Dad? I'm like, look, I was like, I got him throwing up West Coast on the East Coast.
Yeah, you won that argument.
so yeah, no, I definitely love Jay-Z. What else came out this year? As far as females, Nicki Minaj album, love that. who else? I'm trying to think right now. I mean, I love all music, but definitely Drake and Jay-Z were two of my favorites.
Yeah. Do you have anything recorded for the debut album yet?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't stop recording. I stay in the studio. Yeah. So I've just been working nonstop, making new music, and then early next year, we're going to narrow it down to the best songs and put out the album.
Yes, can we expect some Young Money features on there as
Definitely.
Well?
It was so busy, like when I was doing the mixtape, like everybody from Young Money was like either on tour out of the country or doing this or doing that. You know, everybody on Young Money is very independent, doing their own thing. So it was hard to like lock down time to work with like any of the homies. So, but definitely on the album that will be happening.
Dope. So to switch gears a little bit, you got to host. You're on MTV already. Everybody knows. But you got to do something a little different. You got to host the Black Team on last season of Wildin' Out, right?
Yeah.
What was it like? How was that experience?
Wildin' Out was crazy because like I got there and I'm like, oh, I do TV all the time. I'm like, I'm used to like live audiences from Ridiculousness, and it's completely different. Because on Ridiculousness, I'm just like chilling, watching videos, saying what I think is funny, like laughing. But on Wildin' Out, like, it was a little bit more nerve-wracking. I was like, oh, dang, like, because they told me, they're like, there's this game that, all these different games and, like, things, you know, challenges you do, and, like, they told me everything in the morning, and I'm like, hold up, I barely slept. I can't remember all this. I was like, this is a lot. But Nick Cannon, I love Nick Cannon. I think that's why, like, Nick kind of, like, you know, brought me on to be on the show, because I had auditioned to be on like a scripted show he did for Nickelodeon like a couple years back. And I couldn't do it because I had just started doing Fantasy Factory. So I passed up a real acting gig to be on reality TV, basically.
Did that show ever come out or no?
What, Nick's?
Yeah.
I think it did. Yeah, it was like called Schoolgirls or something like that. It came out on Nickelodeon, but I remember telling Nick, I was like, when I went to do Wildin' Out, I'm like, yo, I was like, my bad, I couldn't do the show with you. I'm like, I had to pick one or the other. And Nick was just like, you know what? He was like, I respect your decision. He's like, you've got a lot of success, and he was like, you know, props to you for all that you've done. And it was really cool. Like, Nick is so fun. So even though I was a little bit nervous doing Wildin' Out, like, he made it cool, and it was really like a fun experience. Like, that show was mad fun. Like, I was a little bit tipsy, too. I'll just put it out there.
You got any funny stories, man? It's a bunch of comedians, man.
I mean...
Is that too long ago, or you was too drunk to remember?
I might have been a little too drunk to remember. I mean, there was mad funny stuff going on that day.
Yeah,
I can't even remember something specific, but, like, I remember us being backstage and just, like, we were all, like, just cracking up, laughing. Like, it's just the whole vibe of Wildin' Out. Like, everybody there is just laughing nonstop and making funny-ass jokes, and... it's like a good crowd of people.
Man. So what would you say is like the biggest difference between the acting and the TV grind and the music grind?
I mean, it's like kind of, it's all the same, but I mean, music I think takes up a lot more time.
Yeah.
I mean, TV takes up a lot of time too, but you know, for example, like when I'm filming for Fantasy Factory, I don't really have as much time to work on my music, which sucks. So it's like, it's hard to do them at the same time. So if that says anything, you know, like each one is a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very interesting. So you got the new video out, Karl.
Yep.
Where'd you get the whole concept for it?
I mean, I wanted to do like a song about fashion.
Right.
Because, you know, from when I was younger, you know, I grew up broke. You know what I mean? Like, I remember hustling. Like, I don't even remember how I came up on all the clothes I did in high school. I don't even know. Like,
you know.
No.
You just can't talk about it.
Yeah, I can't really talk about it. But I hustled my way into having gear because I had to make sure I stayed fitted in high school. But over time, as I've worked my ass off to get more and more money, you know, my style game went up. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm really into fashion now. Like, now that I've been getting more into style and shopping and fashion, like, I was like, I want to do a song paying, you know, homage to fashion, because I think that it's a lot to do with being an artist. You know, your style really shows who you are as an artist. So, like, I wanted to do a song that was all about fashion, and Karl Lagerfeld is like the go-to guy in fashion. He designs for some of the biggest brands. So I was like, I'm gonna do a song called Karl and just like make it all about fashion. So that's kind of how it came about.
You even had the suit and the slick back.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna just dress up like Karl, be a boss right here. I got all these bitches around me looking fly. like it was funny because like somebody at my video shoot was like, damn, like Like, you got more, what they say? They were like, you got more bitches than any other rapper, any other rapper's video. And I was like, yeah, that's how I do it.
That's very true, actually. That's very true.
There was mad bitches in my video. Mad
bitches, damn. I need to be a female rapper. That's how you get all the bitches. That's crazy. Wow, man. But I want to thank you for coming out and taking the time to talk to us. You know what I mean? Good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thank you.
And can you throw up an East Coast sign since you're on the East Coast? Is that how it works?
Is that it?
That's
it?
Is
that an E?
That's an E, right?
That's kind of an E.
Right?
East Coast,
Something
what
it do? Malcolm for NEHip-Hop, Chanel West Coast.
What's up? This is your girl Chanel West Coast, and you're chilling with NEHip-Hop.com.